cold. But these buttons. Things have these buttons on. By the man. I need a note. Has it too. Different colors. Arc. Junk and soap. Is useful. IDS. Found a closet with a security key in it. And I noticed these like button things or whatever are on some of the displays. And one of the displays said, brought up a new thing where it was like this one. Had like cult imagery in it. Gave me a new thing. Artifacts. Or more things to checking all the things. Whatever they, I don't know what they are. Everything has it and they're different colors. That'd be something. Examine them. There we go. I think it's the blue one because the other one was blue. Had our similar mass strange properties. Blue button. Cult necklaces. Do I think? Blue button thing. There's one. No dagger in display. Mine's made update. Case scenes. Oh, there's a dagger missing. That's a lot. This one have a blue on it? This one's a red on it. Security going record. You move. I think we've been upstairs. Okay. Blue. The gray. Oh. Excuse me, my boy. Can we have a word? Pleased to know you. My name is Mr. Strom. I'm a director here. In case there is any confusion, I understand you arrived here a little while ago. And you interviewed with you a certain woman. Her name was Clarkson. How's that relevant to you? See, we find it deeply regretful. Deeply regretful what happened here. We don't understand ourselves what happened. We don't understand ourselves what happened in truth. Simply think there is no need for excessive publicity. I prefer the police to not be involved in the matter. I'm sure we can smooth things over with Miss Clark. Can't make guarantees, but we're only here to make sure of some things. We can do without involving the police as long as you allow us to look into it. Of course, of course. I won't stop you. Look around. It's a museum after all. Not to be unduly harsh, but she could be unwell in the head, for all we know. Unseen. Instances of encounters with the strange and unknown are often interpreted and written off as hysteria or delusion. More ways than one, the overwhelming majority of the population are unaware and often willing to know what goes on around them. It means most people, but not. Imagination got the better of her. You know how it is. Rolling it out, but situation still demands answers. I want the very same. There must be some perfectly harmless explanation. I'll leave you to it. I'm sure this is all just a big misunderstanding. If anything further, you'll find me in my office. Hours passing. Time of day advance or rest scale will longer first if you suspect there is time progress. Time is able to move forward when enough information has been discovered. Inevitably, time of day will need to advance for the investigation to move. Still obvious work to be done. It is best advised to get it sorted out before the time of day advance. Once there is no clear leads that can be immediately followed upon, right move would be simply let time pass. I'm unsure if it'll force me after a while. I just get the cheat. I don't know if it was telling me it's gonna go on its own or I don't know. Us baby, you're a white rose, baby. Must be lyrics in some song. Anything you want, guy? I'm looking into. You know what? Don't answer that. You're not distract me. I'm trying to get my notes done. Get out. Your horse, lady. I'm going. I said, beat it, bozo. Need someone to do a connection to the cult before. Maintenance. Security getting here. What? Cataloging. Don't call it labeled security. Think about this reminds me of anything particularly noteworthy. Color of Burham Hall. Please be informed the hall is closed for this season. Bang. Like a purple. Study room B. Oh. Who you? Sorry, I was thinking in... Who are you? Sorry to intrude. I'm looking into last night and... Yes, of course. She looked in a terrible state. What happened to her? Is she alright? Where'd the bees at? Studying to do. You know Shelly Clarkson? Did you see her last night? Shelly, the name. No, I don't really know her personally. I opened the gate for her and I don't know. She's here. I was wondering if she made it home, you know. Yeah, I ride a bike to work. You get it, right? Not entirely, no. My work takes up too much attention. Driving a car, it takes up too much of your thinking. I'm driving, I get a little carried away. Well, who knows? Of course, I'm willing to help you, Miss Clarkson, with anything I know. Tonight, yes, I was here, but why should I tell you? I have to assume you could be hiding something about what happened to Shelly. Alright, I'll tell you. Just don't make her think. Anyways, I saw what happened. Or at least I saw something happen. You know what you saw? Right as I was copying notes, I recall that clearly. There was a scream. Must have been this woman. I don't even think it was immediately at the window. I opened the window to see, but it was awfully dark. You have to understand. Down there in the path, I only saw someone was moving, really frantic. I called out to see if everything was okay. Shadow jerked around a bit, then ran straight into the... was getting away from something. In person, I can't say. Which way was the figure running? To my right, towards the back of the building. It runs into the hedge, then comes this really loud bang. It looked like he fell over. At that point, I noticed there, to my left, there's another figure, a bit slower, running the other way. This guy is not used to having conversations with people who exist. Looked back for the first shadow, but it was already gone. After that, I ran downstairs and I found this woman, Miss Clarkson, thrashing at the front gate. She seemed out of it, completely feverish. When I opened the gate, she ran out immediately, and there were people gathered on the sidewalk. They dispersed quickly, but it was quite the embarrassment. This had been pretty late. I was still here with the research, but it was dark. I only checked afterward, but at the time it was close to 9. My research on the Harakan cultures, one of the ancient cultural groups of the islands of the greater... Sometimes I stay late to get some work done. I don't think there's a rule against that. There's one more thing about last night. After she was gone, I went over to check the grounds. As I saw them on the path, I found this stone thing, a sigil. It was right where I saw them struggling, where the path crossed. Broken, it looks like. Damn it. Ooh. Mystical. Fingers are warm to the touch. The print looks like blood in the middle of the smaller disc. No, I don't know. I haven't asked. I really don't know what's happening in this place. You have to give it to me. No offense, but I really don't know you. Why are you really here? Were you here last night? Got that right. Seems the right thing to do. This broken artifact probably comes from the museum. I should have notified the management about this. Oh, maybe they know something. Why haven't you handed it out already? I don't know what it is. It could be dangerous. I know where it came from. I've seen it before. That sounds... Why haven't you handed it in already? I'm thinking. Maybe one of them has something to do with it. Like, there's something wrong. I don't want it to be true, but I thought keep running around through my mind over and over. Why doesn't he just say he's a private detective? Isn't that pretty much what we are? Maybe you should best let me have it. Alright, here, just take it. I'm gonna regret it. What is his name? Of course, I forgot myself. I'm Dr. Joseph M. Hess. Oh. This Hess fella. Somewhere around here. She alright? I keep thinking what could happen to her. What if someone's still after her, you know? All the same thing, right? I don't think she deserves what happened. She came out okay. Never even checked if she was hurt. You met her before? Before last night? No. She's pretty hot, though. Last year's been uneventful and sluggish. That's all I can speak to. I'm sure you can find someone else who pays more attention to what's going on around here. I saw a vague shadow. It looked like a man, I thought. Miss Clarkson must have been brought there by someone. Oh. City? I don't know nobody in New York City. Clarkson must have been bro there by someone, and then an argument happened. Heard a woman scream, but I don't know anything to assume who the other person was. Nice enough place to walk for a walk. It was tomorrow. We talk time to time. I take these walks around to clear my head, you see. He's a decent man to his credit. As I saw a dark figure running through the flowers. One of them would have been Miss Clarkson, I suppose. Oh, most of it, that is. I saw something happen. I'm still not sure what exactly. I shouted out. They just started running. I don't think anyone else was around the ground. Who else was at the museum at the time? Must have been a night guard ship. I never thought of letting him know. Did see one around besides Cavershaw. Then again, I haven't left the study room in hours. I left not long after we spoke. Where was Cavershaw while it was all happening? Salvis most likely. I ran into him after I let Chili out. I was coming in, he was coming down the stairway. Said he came down because of a scream, though it was already a while since it happened. Mr. Stromshire, I think everyone knows him. He's director of the museum. That's the first time I hear about it. You know anybody waiting out there? Already dark. I was more concerned with my work. Must have been a barrel or a trash can. There was a figure, not very clear, but it did drop. And the bang ran out. What did it sound like? Must have been metal. Only thing to make sense. Who's Fred? I haven't met any Fred. Someone don't know who Fred is. Didn't notice anyone standing there. It makes my skin crawl to think. Noticed it when I take a walk around outside on occasion. I assume there's some work being done on. Be sure it doesn't sound right. What? Notice it when I take a walk around. Don't know what it could be. Yeah, I don't hang around there that much. No. Oh, she started here a few months ago. The most pleasant guy around. He does his job well, at least I suppose. That's what his name is. I know there's some of their names. I'm not sure which it is. I know Nidal. The rest I'll probably mislead you. Ross something. Mays. Oh, last name Mays. Mrs. Mays. I should have bought her a word. Never noticed anything out of the ordinary when I looked it over. I have to admit that tablets made from that material is rare to see. The janitor. I think he's only a janitor. We haven't spoken much. Sir Cavershaw, I don't think there's anything I should say to you on that. I'm a doctor, archaeology and pre-modern study. Ain't no doctor. Oh, you a doctor? What's this big thing on my balls? I don't think anything unusual. Look at that mask. I can't say I found anything out of the ordinary. I think about that. There was something odd about it. All the examinations turned up nothing, but like there was this energy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I can do scanner thing. I don't really know why it could have been removed. You notice anything unusual around it? Nothing obvious. Only been displayed for a short while. I've been allowed to examine it anyways. Some pieces, the scene where, you know, what happened after that. Can you tell me about it? There seemed to be soapstone, which isn't that notable. Only identify that culture of origin as Akkadian. Other effects are hard to find, really. It feels somewhat warm all the time. There's this red stain in the middle. Is it blood? Christopher Nidell. He's a guard here. He likes to talk quite a lot. Not here now. I ran into him yesterday. Why are you studying in the dark, weirdo? The dialogue in this game can be blank sheets of paper. Or notes and memorandums addressed to Mrs. Mays. In the call. The woman's makeup bag in here. I guess it's the secretary. For one supply of mothballs. Box of old documents. There's a framed photograph of the museum staff dated May, whatever the fuck year that's supposed to be. One person that bears the exact limits of Mr. Shanks. What you're looking at? I feel like reading a book. One might be for Ravenshaw. Sir, I'm again asking about the I fail to understand why Robert taking all the night all the night shifts that I'm supposed to be having, keep only making day shifts, which I would appreciate if I got my share of the night shifts as it's supposed to be, as if it's possible. I can read. Pick up seemingly new copies of the museum inventory. One seems to be original, which is given a signature. I'm just looking at all this shit. Set of spare keys given to Wesley's, whatever that says. Lost his own. Whistles. Lost his own and will be using them for the moment. Third time. More letters to historical associations. I've to find someone who knows people. Museum listings. Watch check with Whistler in a week and have a talk with him at not found. Started with October earnings report. His R's look too much like X's. Weird. Woman locked in grounds? Cars and fountain pen. In your mind, my boy? Tourism is booming these last few years. I observed the trends other museums in Bridgeboro and Langham. We've attendance here is only bound to keep growing. Consider how you could make the exhibits more worthwhile to visitors. Well, I fail to see how that's related. Only to provide you access to the rest of the museum. I highly doubt there's anything in there that would help explain the situation. If my most sincere courage to clear up all those nasty rumors. I was not here, but after speaking to staff, I can say with some confidence that our employees had no hand in it. I agree the mere location of the attack does not mean that the name of the museum should be associated with the unpleasant situation. Right here, what time do you usually leave? 6 o'clock. I think Miss Clarkson wants to share an unfortunate situation. Please let us know. This has been picking up. I find our performance very encouraging. The museum looks a little deserted. I'm not seeing that many visitors. Probably seasonal, my boy. Also get access to some of the off-limits rooms. Oh, I don't find that to be appropriate at all. Access to any other visitor. That should be enough. Bitch. Breaking anyway. There was a meeting this morning. My staff shared what they knew of the incident. Something was seen. All I know is nothing about it indicates that our museum was or should be involved. We are a gardener. I often catch sight of him working out there. It's a museum's presentability, to be sure. No reason to believe our employees had any involvement in this unfortunate mishap. Please confirm which staff members were here. For their confidentiality, that's not information I can share. The director of this fine museum, of course. The museum really holds no responsibility for outside individuals who choose the grounds of the meeting spot. For you, we take great care to keep this place pleasant and tranquil location. If someone were to disturb the peace, we would let them know for their behavior is unacceptable. This guy is useless. Yo, Fred. Assembled general. I've imagined you're gonna end up having a lot of these. Making some serious accusations, my boy. I want to know where it came from. There's a perfectly reasonable explanation. It's never been known for blah blah blah. Take it attendant. I wouldn't be able to tell you much about her. Can't just give out names to anyone who asks. Our guide should be somewhere around the hall. She'd be able to assist you if you have questions about the exhibit. Our museum guide assists you with that. Should be downstairs. Janitor, I don't know him by name. Didn't know him by name. Dr. Charles, our museum's curator. You should be able to find him in the curator's library most of the time. As one of our employees, suppose he does some good work. I don't speak to him on the regular. Actually, it's probably the museum to be sure. I'm sure our museum guy can assist you with that. Should be dead. Seems to be routine. I'm not overly involved in day-to-day decisions. Whatever the reason may have been for Dagger to be caught, I'm sure it was a valid reason. Employees should be better equipped to help you with these questions. No way I ask about this while raising suspicion and risking alerting someone of our actions. Urgh. The Craven Child is one for that subset of our staff. It was before my time, I believe. I only took this position 7 years ago. Rupert. Our senior conservator, Professor Whistler. Talking about. You were not helpful at all. Good day, sir. Oh. Hey, sir. Broken stone discs. They're elaborate carvings along the circumference. Never seen anything like this before. Blah blah blah. Broken unknown origin. Killing her, but I don't know. When heard a scream. Wait, what did he? What? Oh, wait, wait. I click these. There are occasional, very largely unexpected sets of circumstances during which the consciousness or intent of deceased humans or animals become trapped in an intermediate state where it's still present in our world, but only partially, is unstable and complete way. Writings on these matters from all across history in the world, but many do not provide concrete or complete information on exactly they occur. Spectral presence. These effects can be observed both around a specter or weekly in places connected or visited by specters recently or often. Piercing chill in the air is most common sign. These presences persist. Flames weaken or go out completely based on the size of the flame and magnitude of the presence. Not only anchor specters shed traces as they shift into a more solid form, commonly a dry color as dust, but sometimes spectral entities generate an electromagnetic field around themselves at all times. Minor electrical malfunctions, dizziness can occur. Also noted by the photos taken in proximity to specters, observable smudging and distortions that make it difficult to capture an image of its form. Mostly entities, objects, places they linger around have transmissive qualities generally. Some ghosts possess and inhabit objects besides the usual known effects, also cold to the touch. Specters and objects affected by them might display qualities connected to the way they die. Places a strong emotional connection to a ghost might also begin to display the signs of a spectral presence. Some ghosts are tied here to a location or object is unclear. Artifacts, unnatural effects, and bug on my go. And manual direct functions will be categorized here, since functions seem to go beyond known types of passive function, even though some overlap. Unlike objects only passive effects, these artifacts are manually activated to be sorted here, even if they have a passive quality like being transmissive. Most artifacts with a manual use are already emissive by default. This is I forgot to change the game. Called Mystery of the Malign. The detective game, I guess. It's kind of like Return of the Obra Dinn a bit. You've played that. Some lady got attacked in the museum, and we're just some dudes investigating it. It might be supernatural in origin. I don't know. Finding stuff out. Networks are manually activated. Manual function objects sorted, enhancers, and instruments. A lot of reading. These objects are used to amplify other powers, artifacts, and abilities. They typically have a recognized. Let me fix the game while I remember. Category. It's got 2 followers on Twitch. She insists she could have died. Yes, it is a possible attempted murder by maybe a ghost or no one or some hobo. The hobo knife. We should try it a little harder. It'd be much more interesting if she died. These objects are used by enhancer artifacts. Objects are used to amplify other powers, artifacts, and abilities. Typically have recognizable form or associated use even as a mundane object. Are capable of channeling and focusing existing abilities. Mass, weapons, scepters, head ornaments. Some are objects of power which increase the strength of abilities. Flame holders, horns, and fused stones. A large number of these appear to have relation to a ritual use or superstitious activities. Instrument artifact. These objects have manually activated and typically directed to reality altering and influencing effects possible to achieve through conventional means. Artifacts fall in this type are often strange objects with no apparent or obvious purpose. Some objects such as woven fabrics, figurines, and most jewelry, including head ornaments, Taurus, and hold pendants tend to indicate that even if the artifact has special properties, it has no manual function. Some materials seem to be inherently emissive, no matter if there's a function. Rosite, soapstone, blood opal, birch. Certain materials indicate no manual function. Bronze only, iron only, cedar, mahogany, clay. Materials specific to manual function artifacts. Fur, opal, azurite, porphyry. In that word. That material. Certain materials indicate an object has no unnatural properties. Sandstone, shale, nickel, lead, steel. Qualities used to determine object specific type only apply to objects confirmed to have any kind of special properties to begin with. Confirm first. Carved tablet plus spruce, no unnatural effects. Container plus wood, lignite, not manual. Weapon blunt plus ceramic, not manual. Art figurine plus polished wood, not manual. Ceremonial object plus brass, not manual. The guy said the thing we found was soapstone. Oh. Brooch plus white gold instrument. Animal motif plus granite, pine, copper, lesser object. Amulet plus onyx, instrument of power. Mass plus ivory, ceramic, spruce, enhancer. Tablet plus tourmaline, passive function. Weapon blade plus bronze and any stone. Enhancer. Amulet plus silver and amber, gold and beryllitine. Silver and bronze amethyst enhancer. Totem plus yew, basalt enhancer. Horn plus polished wood instrument. Weapon blade plus marble enhancer. Marble plus engraved surface, no unnatural. Admit. Okay, so some materials seem to be inherently emissive no matter their function. Rosite, soapstone. Broken disc, there's elaborate horn. The guy said it looked like soapstone. And I forget, he said some fucking looks like a something of origin. Some piece of word now. Tell me about it. It seems to be soapstone. Or identify, I could only identify the culture of origin as Achillean. Gotta remember those. Maybe my brother, whoever this dude knows. What are we thinking? Maybe he's got another fucking dumb quip that's not helpful at all. Carved broken stone, what is it? I don't understand what it has to do with the attack. Your new friend seems to think someone dropped it. We trust that guy? Safe for him always telling the truth, but why would anybody carry something like this around? Someone involved have it with them? The tiger was some creature, maybe the stone was attached to it. I don't know, I've never heard or seen anything like that before. Keep in mind the blood print in the middle is too precise. That's to be mean a person had it at some point. He's telling the truth, it doesn't matter at all what it does. Someone carried it around and left that print. Either it was Shelley or it was someone else. We'll see. Think of a single thing. Doesn't seem like anything I've seen. Maybe I'm being too rash to assume it does anything. It's very unclear. I think there's blood print in the middle, like a fingerprint. I mean, it's manually activated like that. Sure, then it would have been used by a person. What now? I don't fucking know. Oh, maybe ritual sacrifices? Possibly. Be used by a psycho for certain attack targeting a certain woman? Shut up, Dave. Women. Oh. Oh, hasn't been cleaned in a while. Big turd in the museum. Wait, what can we see from Joseph? Whatever, something has something's room. Heck. Nobody else has the upper decker special collection. Heck happened there or something, or he was waiting over there. Grabbed her. She got away. Went this way and ran to the gate. The attacker ran that way. And something happened. Let me go through them. Let me read through this again real quick. Oh, I saw her covering up clearly. There's a scream. Must have been a woman. I don't think. I was immediately at the window. All I wanted to see was all he dark. I had to understand. I only saw someone moving. Really frantic. I called out to see if everything was okay. I jerked around a bit, then ran straight into flowers like I was getting away from something. Okay, I remember. I was just. First shot was already gone. I thought I ran downstairs. Scream. Shouted out, or. You know all this is true. Is what he said. Him at the window, he heard her scream from being attacked, and he yelled out. We just don't know who it was. We don't know their intention. Directly involved. Witness. No, he was the witness. Present at museum. You know, he was here. I only picked one person there, though. Rupert. Yeah. An area of the scene tied to the time frame related to. Oh, that one. Detail Institute. Does Shelley Ledge Tighter have a reason to remain near or keep away from the museum premises? Remain near. That wasn't it. I don't know. Missing stuff. Yeah, photograph. Oh. Nocturne. My book. Artifact types. Widows is inherently emissive. Soapstone. Answer. Sigil. Broken disc. This. What's the sigil under? Only infused stones. Large number of. Falls under. Might be a missive only. We know it's a missive. Substone. I know the staff artifact photograph was artifact. What does it say about marble? Be marble anywhere. You could control F the weapon blade marble. Tablet. Enter. It's a red mark. Don't know. Ah. Elusive creature that makes its home in dark places. My research on the nocturne has failed to produce any conclusive indication as to their origin or physiology. For this reason, categorize them separately from other creatures. Owing to their aversion to any form of light, nocturnes seek out dark, damp, often subterranean places where they can retreat during the day hours. Daylight is lethal to them, the most likely reason for their usual behavioral patterns. Nocturnes tend to seek out and select some large vacant container which they remain near and seal. Rest and avoid daylight. These vessels are typically isolated, hidden in dark places, cabinets, tankers, dumpsters. Better potential presence based on constant decay and observation. Ridgewell has notable known presence of Slender Man. Nocturnes hunt during the nighttime will avoid overcrowded, heavily urbanized areas. Stalk at unlit locales. They can remain concealed in the darkness. They primarily sustain themselves on small to medium-sized wildlife. Nocturne will not hesitate to prey upon human victims, emboldened sufficiently by a dark and isolated environment. Nocturne does not possess a human level of intelligence. In fact, unmistakably animalistic in behavior and reactions. Some level of intelligence that places them above most animals, as they're able to skillfully avoid threats and elude detection. Saying cannily human about their movements at times. Keep lights on, stay in the light. Presence based on artifacts found in a museum. Unusual species of pteropod, publicly known as list of behaviors unexplained by conventional sources. Especially they are classified as Lamazia, Lyptera, all blacked out, which I determine the reason these pteropod nest and gather where they do are these and gather where they do are these. Their attraction to places of highly concentrated lingering memories and their ability to feed off these psychic remnants. Nothing has indicated the pteropods are capable of or interested in feeding on the memories of living organisms, so it can be assumed they specifically target objects and places. Preference for older, usually personal objects with sentimental or ancestral significance. Usually used objects such as masks and circlets be highly attractive, which lends credibility to their theory they are imprinted with memories of their wearers. Most objects and places are naturally the most saturated with the resonance of old memories. The reason why the memophilic pteropods are commonly found in repositories of old objects such as antiquaries or reliquaries. Insects are highly transmissive and shed a fine fuzzy dust. This makes them easy to detect when in large numbers. The bugs. Transgressors are an exceptionally powerful and dangerous category of spectral entities. Most types of ghosts are trapped in the in-between state, which does not allow them to fully cross over to the physical world. These ghosts are able to solidify their form. This way are dangerous to humans. The process of crossing over seems to depend on some external conditions such as repeating cycle, celestial body arrangement, or a summoning ritual, or some other initiating cause. They have a form both as specters and as physical beings. Transgressor ghosts do not retain a human-like form. The type of ghost is usually a person consumed by hatred or anger. The spirit remnant has been formed into a monstrosity. Very spooky. Movements of objects, the arc reader gives lower readings over time. Base levels of reading sometimes mean decaying internal energy. Charged objects lose emissive properties after being discharged. The object comes into contact with a transmissive, remains emissive traces for a time. Any object with powerful enough emissions become transmissive. Leaves trace energies. Observations determine there are distinct types of passive qualities that the various entities, creatures, and objects possess. These qualities determine their properties and their effect on their environment. Here goes a list of various property types that I've observed. Inert. Object has no discernible effect on the environment or external subjects. Not possess any internal source of agency. Emissive. The object or organism produces or passively emits a type of ambient energy that disrupts the currents of the surrounding atmosphere. Transmissive. The object organism emissive properties while also leaving energy or element traces of itself. Psychoaffective. Objects or organisms have emissive properties while also passively emitting some category like waves that affect sentient organisms. Sensitive. Objects have the qualities of an inert entity. It also risks of undergoing significant change, deteriorating or becoming active. Its physical conditions are affected. Stable. Objects or organisms is charged with energy or force. Type which is uncontrollable, often visible, and potentially dangerous effects. Critical that any and all subjects in this category are kept properly contained and away from access of. A little red out now. Do some exploring. I think I check these doors. Or this ship be locked. I'm gonna check these though. That's the stairs. Oh, here we go. Assets classified as T221, CA011, and TI096 should not be handled or studied without prior clearance. Oh. Museums in the know often use these classification systems to keep unusual artifacts away from staff and public access. It would be useful to determine if any of these categories correspond to known types of unusual objects. Come back to that. Oh, this does. Bronze chalice, the style and form seem familiar. There's another situation with a visitor. With all the due respect, I don't think the engraved shield should be kept on display. Not to imply there's anything impossible about it, but it does seem to peeve the people with some regularity, to be completely honest. I've started to avoid looking at the shield as well. Maybe it's the stress from the visitors planning, but it's just been straining my head to think about. Oh. Darn man. Yeah, state your business. I have some questions about last night. Believe me, I have questions too. Mind your intrusion. Someone shows up here asking questions after what happened yesterday. Might begin to presume you had something to do with it. I find myself interested in chit chat at the moment. I'll assist you with that. True, I was here. Working in my office for some time. Surmise it must have been past 8. Lured by a sound, it might have been a scream. I can't be sure. Carlos decided to alert the night guard. Main hall, I came upon Dr. Hess. As I was coming downstairs, he approached from the main entrance. What he was doing at the museum this hour, I cannot say. I was unaware he was still on the premise past his work hours. Spoke briefly of what had happened, and he proceeded upstairs. Found us in the guard to inspect the buildings and grounds. Dr. Hess left soon after. We discovered nothing more about the incident. But what time do you work? As late as my work demands. There's a mountain of paperwork I've been held up for a week now. Nothing touche. Could be making a lot of this up. Been known to happen. I would advise not taking this fact before you're certain ascertain what really happened. Quite a museum, and not one used to controversy. All my years I've been involved, not been involved in anything so scandalous and disruptive. Nice sideburn, stern man. Crazy sideburn. Not make any claims I know not have. I know who could not have been. Wait. Not make any claims that I know who could have been responsible. Likely it was an outsider. Even more likely is that you're looking for answers in the wrong place entirely. Identify his work around the grounds. Sometimes more than others. Concern the gardener, not you. Present in the building, but I did not witness this so-called attack myself. Perhaps seems really insistent he managed to see it, however. Quite the coincidence. I don't have any knowledge of anyone else claiming to have seen what happened. The museum director, but most of the management does not follow their responsibility. Whoever was invited here does not concern you. It's in the interest of the museum we find him and straighten out this matter. Funny, the director was like, that's not our business. No, I haven't heard anything of the sort. Who's Fred? Nothing to say. He knows Fred. Turn to gardener, not you. You concern the gardener. Trying to stir up controversy. Are you implying something? I believe you already know who she is working. This police inquiry? No, I appreciate if you wouldn't poke around our employees' business. Mrs. Mays is one of the museum guides. A good employee, though not everyone gets along with her. It's true. Londasian marble tablet? Why would you be interested in that? Has anything unusual been noticed about it? Much interest in that one, from parties that are interested in buying it, you see. There are unpleasant rumors. Some. Such as what? Don't wish to humor those shallow superstitions, suffice to say they are untrue. You're no fun. If I employee would ask you not to harass him. Dr. Dominic Cavershaw. Yep, that's me. My sideburns, Dominic. He's not been with us long. It's often that we cannot account for his whereabouts, but I'm sure that is no importance. Can I be sure what reason he has to stay at the museum so late? Understand, I have neither wish nor time to give you a history lesson. Tried that dagger last few months. I don't believe it's notorious or exceptionally valuable. Know anything about why it was removed from the display case? Need to be inspected. If I remember collecting exhibits are brought out, put away all the time. No way I ask about races. Keep that a secret. The police inquiry. Not started working in the museum in time, but memory serves me right. It must have been a relative of Mr. Shanks. That's someone who works here. There's much that can be said about that chalice. Why is it played like that? It would just have been well placed in the storage and the halls, everything else. Something was needed to complete that cabinet, and it seemed the best fit. That's about all. Comment it, don't you? What? The Hamling shield exhibit has been taken down because it was found distasteful by some of our visitors. Or our museum guide. Or useful at all. Fucking security key for? But any locks. Way downstairs. Back to first. I want to ask him about the photo. That's my father on that print. Father also works here? Worked. That was years ago, as you said. He did the cleaning. Same as me. Line of work isn't over being dynastic. That makes sense to take on his work after he passed on. As it goes, it's a good deal. Place has its boons. First stock means important. I guess it was brought away because of the meager interest. I thought I once saw it glow when the lights were mostly out. Maybe a trick of the eyes. Alright, it does work well. First day. Walk into. Oh, talking passing. Been around forever, and mine is all in his books. Not his age, but there's always been a bit windy in the head. Pays no mind to anything. Oh, it looks somewhat ornery, doesn't it? If you notice anything unusual around it? Not that I can say. Go further down. Go back outside. Oh. Dry flower petals from an unknown flower. Following me? They're all full of fallen dry leaves. Trash can. Big pile of shit. Large amount of dirt, likely a molehill. Blue flowers. Those appear to be out of season. Cool. Or dig through all the trash cans. Like David dig through all the trash cans. What's this? The fuck is that? Can't even examine it. Where's it hidden? The fuck is that? Is it making that noise or is it like a car? Weird. I hear it again. I think that's like supposed to be cars driving by. I don't know what that giant chess piece is supposed to be. Look at that dog. Reader detects moderate levels of disruptive currents. Oh, I didn't know I had this. Oh, these are the numbers. Oh, where did I pick? I don't remember picking this up. I bet that's what those like stones or whatever things are on some of the exhibits, marking those codes or whatever. Hmm? What is this weirdo think about the? Oh, Sigil, what about it? Try activating it. You want a new house, still broken. I doubt it would function again. Maybe there's another one, like it in the museum. How we would know what it is, or even where it came from. Ever notice how the closer you are to the thing's usual place, the more things around it that have something to do with it? That's them. I've noticed. I've told you. It's called relational network. Thinking the monster jumps from the dark and is going to use his mystic stone disc and slave Shelly. Wait, none of this makes sense. Why would it be broken? Why did he leave it behind? Find us? Think it went invisible? It's crazy. You have seen anything resembling a small stone object during the time of the attack? What? What does it matter? I think if you saw anything. It might have had been several pieces on the ground somewhere. Never noticed anything like that. Waiting. Oh, I met. I'm not sure. He says he's the one who opened the gate for you. According to him, he arrived when you were banging and locked the gates only for you to rush off the decree. Sounds like it might be that. I wasn't looking. I didn't look at their faces. Could be true. I remember things similarly. Bitches are useless. Enslave Shelly with his mystical stone disc. Rock hard is not the same as stone. Not a disc. Hey dog. Can you sniff this? He recoils and the broken sigil is brought near him. No reaction to the scent. He does sniff stuff. Go ahead and get in here. Blocked. Wow, key. Dang. Walk stupid. My team or whatever. Useless. deeper. Okay, the security key is useless. Doesn't unlock anything in the fucking building. These. I think these are the markings for these. Metal fragment. Yes. There's some deep purple. There's some Sabbath. Shut up. The chalice. SC34. Back upstairs. Wrong, sir. Why you say sir like that? Highly improbable. Shame, not my problem. You're useless. I should kill you. Kill you where you stand. More than once you've been watching some random list of music facts, expect it's AI generated. Yeah, probably. Banned AC/DC. Are you gonna be one of those old people that gets tricked by AI? What am I doing? Fuck. I saw it on the YouTubes. It's real. Graved shield is T122. Wait, what is the oh shit? Hamling engraved shield. Oh. Yes. What is it? What was this shield made of? Hold on. You see a photo of the kid who made Jesus out of bananas? God, he's great. It was amazing. Oh, I was taking pictures of stuff. I gotta go back down and see what the shield was made of. I think it was down here. That shield. I remember where the shield was at. Or no, I didn't see that. I didn't get to see the shield. They took it away because it was bothering people. Where do they read about the look like Donkey Kongas? Maybe they're both. Where was the was there all due respect, I think the engraved shield should be kept on should not be kept on display, not that apply anything impossible, but I seem to peeve people with some regular six. Wait, brawn? Huh. The goblet eye on. Weapon scepter, head of more. Somebody over crazy strange. Flame holders, horns, and fuse stones. Apex Fury, most jewelry. See brass anywhere. I don't. I have no idea. I don't know anything. I don't think Grave Shield's made out of. But the dagger was made of. A dagger, iron, bronze, slate. Blade. Um. Wait. I don't know what I want to do. Well, that one's ham. That was, tablet's ringy. Oh. These are new ones popping up. Vend incarnate. Practitioners of the Vendon and cultist teaching of faith. Prophetvids are humans who prolong their lives through ritual practice involving the consumption of human meat as a way to absorb their vitality, and therein there is some speculation they might be Vidin spiritual leaders, and because of this, they're the only ones permitted the privilege of a naturally long life. The process that allows the assimilation of vitality is a well-kept secret, but there is reason to believe that they share characteristics with other Vidin ritual practices. Custom dictates the victim must come to a prophet's sacred grounds for no use of force be accepted offering. Noteworthy, the process does not appear capable of reversing one age, only holding it in place. As Prophet's age is increased, the rate of aging becomes more severe, requiring regular consumption of human meat to ward off the decay. The process is unable to achieve true mortality. After about 1,000 years, even with the regular intake of vitality, the body will begin displaying signs of such paleness of the skin. They wanted to eat her. Consuming her, maybe. I think the shield must be psycho effective. Wasn't this wait? Going past it. I swear the shield was listed on here. Am I crazy? Can I take that photo? We have to advance time. The shield. Shields don't usually have any manually activated function. But the headaches. Emanations of some kind. Don't contradict previous encounters. Already developed mistrust for mass. What odds that mind reach high? The term was used to refer to humans with psychic abilities, although it can also be used for persons limited to heightened psychic. More often used to refer to those who are capable of exerting a psychic influence on others. Small change. Maybe there's multiple. I'm willing to spend the rest of the day knowing I could be mind raped at any moment. Now you're being a baby. Probably like we won't find any. Just stay. What are we thinking? I wonder if they're really emissive. Aren't they? I got the wrong impression. Look at him. Maybe a little relative. I have my suspicions. Almost similar to a few other artifacts. Being vague again. The metalwork. Looks like it might be Vidin, or at least connected to mother cultures. These people are loose collective occultist groups with ties worship of nature and archaic deities. Terms often used to refer to nature worshipping groups in general. Dr. Sideburns, what about him? I can see it. He was here that night. Who can say? Not a suit. What about him? Infinity Solid. Maybe that's not all. It really makes you think. Tell me what you think he's lying. Different options. That's all, man. A little too open, eager to share. There's gotta be something expected to get out of it. He wants some pussy. Maybe time to move on to the next day. Yeah. Other than just guessing, I'm not sure what my investigations of what I could do. This bitch I don't think will talk to me. way to be able to move faster. Misstep. There's some talk of museum for a while. Strain the eyes of visitors too much. Or anything like that. Must be some reason. Guess not. I don't. Well, do I have to get all of these for it to go brr, brr and tell me I did it, or is it just like one site? I don't know. They're dis. These are locked in because I got them right, but it. I don't already seen time to time for attack. Oh, I'm missing here. Is this by order, maybe? Go talk to the guide lady of the artifact, and I'll jump to the next step. If I could find her. Ain't all about worker range. You're gonna be helpful with that. Oh, this. Well, nothing unusual about those, but they are highly valued. We're quite lucky to have them. Tombstones are quite interesting. It can be assumed the reward of them at one time had to be influential or highly positioned. Try not to hang around them too long. Security gets nervous. Hey, viewers. Real dagger was estimated to be roughly 6 or 7 centuries old. It was found in the burial mound in modern day Wallachia, country in central Atlantic. There yourself very likely has some real significance in it. I don't know why it's missing from the display. Oh, it is? Wasn't told. In the meantime, feel free to enjoy other areas of it. You interrupt her. Charles Curate Library? Oh yes, one's very dear to our museum's curate. Very old piece of history. Early Ezerish. Anything unusual around it? Like I can think of. Why it's against in touching, however. Natural oils affect the metal. I've been told touching the metal is not good for the skin. Off the second floor. Blah, 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 blah. We've been here before. Just heard about the shield. What happened to the exhibit? If a visitor is already bad and present, it's just unacceptable. I'm sure you'd agree. In any case, it's important to point out that it was a decorative shield, no intended for combat. It's very rare to encounter shields of that kind. Okay, I asked her about the photograph. Photographs from Mr. Strom's office is a piece of history. You're useless. Move along, sir. Got a bird on duty. Oh, here we go. Yay. Their pockets are 10 labors, cigarette rolling paper, and 10 of mints. It's my cigarette paper and 10 of mints and one. Rest that. Hoopered. There's an audible buzzing sound coming from inside. Mr. Preston, this note served to inform me that your dedication to your work has been acknowledged and commended. Not only did you take it upon yourself to pick up more shifts this last month than any of our colleagues, but you have done so this month as well. It should blah, 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 blah. That pornography. March issue of Kitties and Titties. Hell yeah. Favorite magazine. My tobacco went missing. If any of you find it or know anything, I want you to say so before things get heated. Can't do storage duty. My back gave out. Stop asking me to do it. Someone else will have to do it, or I might end up in the hospital. This is my health we're talking about. One of you will have to step up next month. I can't do it again. Suck it up, Niall. Oh fuck. What kind of fucked up calendars are these? Why do I have to solve this? Oh lord. Ugh. It works. So this should shed some light on who's supposed to be working on the day of the incident. I don't know. Key. Basement. Ooh. The heck? Thing's open. Oh lord. Supply closet. Unbroken safe. Oh. Ooh. This game is a lot. Going to the basement now. Everything inside the pockets are empty, or 80 cents, a number of crumbled paper napkins. Marl. They've been banged on. S. Horner. Locked. A long dried dark oily stains in the leak from the... Ew. Shanks. Locked. Or bits of some kind dried herb stuck to the cracks of the stale smell around it that could be sweat or mold. Got a little scary. Oh. Ancient Essex statue that appears to be genuine. Raised metal shield, looking at it for too long gives me a headache. Oh, it's the shield. I'm getting spooky. Kind of look at the... Oh. Scary. Whoa. Dagger's stone hilt. Very old and dusty. Normal butt-up shirt does not appear to have heavily worn, but there's a grime built all over it. You're getting spooky here. A gas leak? I don't want to go that way. Gas control panel. Screwed on tight. Where am I? Fuck. A door. Really lost now. Where am I? What the hell? Piece of tough, high quality leather. The copies of Mian's inventory has been marked as outdated. The copies on top are not like period or old. More. That's the dagger. There's TH331. Oh, there's the way. No, the shield's. I don't know what the shield is. It says T122. Ash. Dry leaves. Monday is a holiday? What day is it? Going forward, there will be some stricter expectations regarding the processing disposal of furnace waste to prevent the smell of ashes from seeping into every place. Sacks are stored. We begin mixing in silicone dust with the ashes to feel the smell. It was well understood, Mr. Morrow. The proportion of silicone dust used to be equal to 1/10 of the value of the ashes to avoid any excessive waste of resources. Trains to nowhere. I ain't going to work, bitches, today. I ain't doing shit. Wow. David at? Where's that idiot? You gonna follow me down there? They're long enough. Do you think the hex will keep getting worse? I've been around. It's really old. There've been so many hands using so many rituals. He's useless. Hey, dog. Pick up scent at least towards the basement. Okay, I think next time we'll advance to the next day, I guess. Fuck around a little bit with the stuff. A lot of these little things to solve. Case scenes. I'm not even close to even. Only this one, I guess. I don't know. Figure it out more later.